Fine. We will start. Just reply me whether I'm audible. It is already 2:45. Yes, in chat, please reply. Those are present. I think it is clearly visible and audible, the screen I'm sharing. So yesterday we had concluded with the part of our polymorphism. Now we are going to see the each and every keyword why we are using over here. Now the virtual and override keyword already we had used in abstract class as well as in your polymorphism. Fine. Then what is actual the virtual and override keyword? The virtual keyword is keyword which is used for generating a virtual path for its derived class on implementing method overriding. Again, that virtual keyword is used within a set with a new, or you can say with an override keyword. So already we had seen the example of the animal and dog. Inside that we had derived that same class, and with that same class we had provided with the virtual keyword in abstract class. And what is the use of the override keyword? Why we had used override keyword? So it is used in derived class of the base class in order to override the base class method. In order to override the base class method. And the override keyword is used with the virtual keyword. It is used with which keyword? It is used with the help of virtual keyword. We are using override class. Okay. So here I will show you the example. Here one example I have taken. Just name with the class A and class B, which is derived class of A. B is a derived class of A, which is base class. Now the virtual keyword I have used here over here in order to take a method. I have called one method that is show, and read just place hello to the base class. Means I am printing hello to the class A. And similarly, what I have done in the derived class with the help of the keyword override. With the help of the keyword override. Now I have called the same method and printed, I have printed string that is hello to the derived class that is nothing but B. Now what I have done in my main and it is nothing but we had what we had called, it is just stated that in the main method we are taking the objects, we are creating an object with the help of a new keyword, already, and I have pointed out a1.show this method, a class method, and again b1.show of a class B method, and simply I have asked for read key. Now what it will execute me first, because here while taking the object it is showing me B, but when I'm calling the A method, that is nothing but your main class, it is asking me to create, and I am deriving the object of, means here what I have provided, interface I have provided, interface of a derived class I have taken over here. So what will give it means what will be the execution? Let's see. It is showing me first statement, that is nothing but a hello base class. Later on when I am going to click, it is going to show me the which method I have asked. It is b1.show and it is showing me b1. So it is again going to show me the derived class. It is showing me derived class. Now what it will show? a2.show. But I have taken the object, new object for A class, but the interface is done with the B class. So the output will be different one. You can see it is again presenting or representing me as a derived class. Again representing me as a derived class, because I have taken the interface between, created the object, no issue, but taken the interface of the other, that is nothing but the derived class. Okay, fine. Now this is actually the virtual and override keywords explanation. Now next is the base keyword. Why the base keyword is used? The base keyword is used, yes, accordingly. Base keyword is used. Why? Because it is used to access the member of the base class from within a derived class. and it calls a method on the base class that has been overridden by another method. Specify which base class constructor should be called when creating instance of the derived class. And a base class access is permitted only in a constructor. Okay, an instance method or an instance property accessor. So we are calling this base class over where when we are calling this base keyword only when the method has been overridden by another method. Okay. Second one, when I'm going to specify the base class constructor that should be called when creating instance of the derived class. And lastly, when I'm going to call this base keyword when it is permitting me only in an constructor or an instance method or in an instance property accessor. That time only I'm going to use that base keyword. Okay, fine. So we will see with one of an example. Just I will close. Project. Base is my project name. Write the keyword. Just wait a minute. Okay, fine. Okay, let's consider one example. I will keep this as it is, just one plus I will made that will be public. It is simple public class, same animal. I will going to take main. Now this class is including one string, or you can say one method I am calling, that is public string, having its color as, let it be white. You can give any color. Now what I will do, again I will call one derived class for this, that will be public, and that class name colon, because by with the help of colon I am stating that it is a derived one. I'm taking as it is showing me green color because I have not used it anywhere. So it is showing me something. Required one method I am calling over here to show color. Okay, that method we will define it later. So just in this console, I will write CW. That is not taking. Console right line. Why it is not taking? Console dot right line. In that I am stating as a base dot color. This keyword I have already used, because what is the actual use of that base keyword is we are stating over here. Yeah, right line. Similarly, what I am going to mention only the color, because color is one basic part I have taken in the main method. In my parent method or in animal, that method has been called. Okay, and I have stated that method over there within that class. Within that class, I have method one method I have called, which is color. Okay, now what it is going to test, so that it is nothing but I need to call some basic, or you can say main class method, which we are going to define. So let it be the class program. In the main method, what I will go for, I will create an object. And will define. Okay, and what I will go for, what method I have called over here, show color. So d dot, is it showing me show color? Sorry, d dot, is it showing me show color? Yes, it is showing me the show color, because this method has been called over here. And simply I'm going to, what will be the output then? Yes, color I have not used, that's why it is showing me. It is inherited member from the animal dot color, because this is actually the content string color we had taken from the main class. So it is a actual for, so there is no issue. I will save it and will run it. Let's see what will be the output. Okay, what is the main thing? To struck my output over there. Okay, fine. First of all, white, then black, because first color in the main method I have given with white, and in black is given in the derived class. But with the help of base, I have defined both the color. I have defined both the color and only just created the methods, or you can say the objects I have created in the main method, and here only I have declared. Fine. So this is actually the use of your base keyword. What it is specifying, that it is specifying the string value followed by the current line terminated to the standard output string. So it is nothing but I am giving this base as a base keyword dot animal, which is reflecting your main class, Okay, fine. Now we will go for the next keyword, which is sealed keyword. What is the sealed keyword used in C hash? The sealed class are used to restrict the inheritance feature of object-oriented programming. Once a class is defined as a sealed class, this class cannot be inherited. So whenever we are using for a sealed keyword or sealed class, it is restricted with the inheritance feature. Yes, it is restricted with the inheritance feature, because I am not going to inherit any of the sealed class. I can't inherit any of the sealed class. In C hash, the sealed modifier is used to declare a class as a sealed. Okay. So whenever I am saying that the class is defined, sealed keyword is used, then sealed modifier is used in order to declare that sealed class. And here we are using for a one purpose. So with a simple example, I will again define. So we'll go for it. We'll check how the seal keyword is used. So new project, create a new project. We'll define with the project name as a seal. Sorry, keyword I will just write. Means it will take me into consideration, that is, it is a sealed keyword. Fine. Just wait. It is again getting me out. Taking a long time. Let's see. Okay, what I have done. We'll take one class with name sealed keyword, because already it is defined that we are going to define the class with a sealed class and sealed modifier. Also we can use in order to declare our sealed class. Okay, so we'll check how it is happening over here. Yes, it is provided sealed class instead of public, that is model access modifier what we have, public, private, protected. So instead of that I am going to use the seal. Yes, I am using seal class will define with the sealed. So here what I will give, I will call one method public int add. That method will call, and parameters I am passing int a comma int b. Okay, now this method is showing me error because I have not created any object in main method. I have not created any object in the main method, so that's why it is showing me some error. Let it be. No, if it will be fine. I am directly taking the return value a plus b. I am taking direct value a plus b, as it is already defined with the main class I have taken. So in the main method, what I will do, I will just take the sealed class as that which class I have created before, and will make an object of that. We'll call it as SC. Okay, we will call it as SC new and sealed class. Is it fine up to this? Any problem? No. So what it is showing me, I have creating an object of that sealed class. I have created an object of that sealed class, and right now that integer, whatever the method I have called in the sealed class, this method whatever I have called in the sealed class, I need to define over here. So what it will be, I will take integer, and I need that addition. So integer addition I will consider addition equals to, yes, what will we go, sc dot addition add, because add method is taken over there, and I will put some values, that is 10 plus 20. I will take some values, that is sorry, I need to provide add, sorry, add. It's not taking me, showing me error. It should not show me error. Result I will see. Sorry, here it is taken plus sign, and it does not need a plus sign. Yeah, fine. That was my mistake. Now what I will go, I will do only console write. Console dot right line in bracket result comma plus, because I need a concatenation and I need these values also. So what I will go for, I will tell that result dot toString, because I need to get specified with it. Method has been called provide with this. So, okay, so what I have done, only I have used a sealed keyword instead of a access modifier. I can use the sealed modifier, sealed access modifier for sealed class. What I have done, I have called one method over here add with a parameter. Add is one method I have called with a parameter having an integer data type. So I am asking it to write a return a plus b value. Yes. Now in the main method, what I have done, I can't inherit this method. So directly in the main method, what I have done, called an object. I have created an object of the sealed class. Then I have presented over here, take the values, because the method which I have called, I need insert two values, and those addition I need, and rightly I have taken, because it should present me as a result equals to or result something. So that is, I can say, and result dot toString. It will convert that content into your string part also, because result plus your answer is going to be reflect. So we will see whether it is showing me the answer or not. Oh, sorry, once again, this remained from my side, console dot read key, the read line. Save. The result is 30. 10 plus 20 is 30. So it is showing me the result. And that is nothing but I have used with the seal keyword. With the use of seal keyword, I can't inherit that values. If I start to inherit, suppose you are saying that, take an inherit example. So what I will do, I will just make it to this, I will comment it out. Okay. I will comment. I have what I have taken. If I am taking only the seal class, if you are saying that you have to create one more class, so with the class word I am taking one method, and that seal class is taken into consideration this, and with the seal class, instead of taking that, I am considering one class which is inherited by bird, which is derived. It is not showing any error over here. But when it will show me the error, yes, when it will show me the error, when I am going to again take it the class, and it is saying at example, which is inherited test, which is again inherited by test. It is showing me some error like, okay, fine. What it is saying, cannot derive from sealed type test. Sealed type test मधून तुम्ही derived करू शकत नाही. So all this will get just I will make comment it. Okay. So it is showing me that you can't make or you cannot derive from a sealed type test. म्हणजे मी जर इथे एक class create केला, I can derive that class. I can make the parent for this bird. But when I am going to make this class again inherit, or again I am going to take one example, or instead inside this class itself I am deriving, then it is showing me some error, because I cannot derive from seal type. So this is the main difference between your sealed keyword. Instead of base keyword, it is most important part of the seal keyword, because Non-inheritable keyword serves the purpose of sealed. If a class is derived from sealed class, compiler throws an error. It is showing me an error. Is it clear? Yes? Okay, fine. Then we will move on. I will just keep as it is. Again, the next point, what we have is the object class. So there are many of the object class and they are having many of the, just we had used a toString over here. In example, here in this example, you can see I have used .toString. This is the object class. What is the use of that toString is? That is, yes, what is the use of that toString? That returns a string that represents the current object, that represents the similarly there are many of the methods and object classes which are presented over in the C hash. So we are not going to take each and every example, just for your understanding. One of the type I have already taken, that is .toString for here, in order to represent that value, that object. Yes, in order to represent that object, current object. So I have taken .toString. So similarly, there are equal object with the different parameters. Finalize is the keyword one. Get hash code, get type, member wise clone, then reference equal the toString. So these are some of the what we can say, the object class present over in C hash. Fine. Now what I will go for, I will have a new keyword. Always I'm using a new keyword. What it will define, what is the meaning of the new keyword? Already we had created here the object with the help of a new keyword, with the help of a new keyword, and simply we are using the override method for that also, because the new keyword itself says that if I am deriving some class or can have a same name as a method name, you can specify how the method is interacting by using the new and override keyword. And override modifier extends the base class virtual method, and it is hide again inside the accessible base class method. So here I have given one example, a base class method 1, and here in the base class, whichever I have derived, I have specified with the derived class, which is inside that base class, and method 2. So what I have done, in the main method declare the variable base class and derived class and base class and derived class. मेन मेथड मध्ये आपण ते सगळे डिक्लेअर करतो. मेन मेथड मध्ये काय करणार आहे आपण, हे दोन्ही सगळे डिक्लेअर करणार आहे. देन base class is a type of base class and it is value of a type base class, म्हणजे त्याची व्हॅल्यू त्यालाच असणार आहे. नंतर derived class ची व्हॅल्यू derived class ला असणार आहे. आणि मग जेव्हा मी बेस क्लास डिराइव्ह क्लास जेव्हा बेस क्लास मध्ये कन्वर्ट करणार आहे, त्यावेळेस मला न्यू कीवर्डचा यूज करावा लागतो. सिमिलर हियर आय हॅव युज्ड, बिकॉज सील्ड क्लास मी घेतला आणि त्याचा ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट केला विथ द हेल्प ऑफ न्यू क्लास. तो सिमिलरली ज्यावेळेस मी बेस क्लास आणि डिराइव्ह क्लास घेणार आहे, तर त्यावेळेस काय यूज होणार आहे, तर त्या कीवर्ड्स जे जे तुम्ही डिक्लेअर केलेला आहे त्याचे ऑब्जेक्ट्स तिथे डिफ्लेक्ट होणार आहे विथ द हेल्प ऑफ न्यू कीवर्ड, विथ द हेल्प ऑफ new keyword. Okay, now the next point here we had, so whatever I have just explained you, I'm showing here with the help of that content. So in the main method, what I have done in the main method, whatever that all the base class, derived class, base class, whatever we have created the objects, and also the methods are called according to that object, whatever we have provided the keyword. Yes, that maybe it be BC, it may be DC or BCDC. So each one has been called with the called its own methods, whichever that methods are represented over there. And simply in the main method we have used this new keyword in order to show the relationship between, or you can say object, creating an object, we are using that new keyword. We are using a new keyword. Fine. Now the next point is, yes, it is a very much important, typecasting. What is mean by typecasting? Upcasting and downcasting. So whenever we are saying that typecasting, so casting means what? So it is nothing but I am casting something, or again I am wrapping something, like an encapsulation. But in encapsulation we are wrapping an objects again. But here instead of wrapping in objects, we are wrapping the classes. We are wrapping the classes. We are creating the reference of that classes. Means that casting is done in, suppose there is an integer value I need to convert to the string. So I can directly to cast it that. So which class, which casting is called as upcasting and which casting is called as a downcasting, because there are two types of casting, upcasting and downcasting. So upcasting is an operation that creates a base class reference from a subclass reference. Means subclass to superclass if I am going, subclass to superclass, that is manager to employee if I am going, manager to employee, that is upcasting. From down to earth we are going. And if I am moving from, that is nothing but the top down approach, top down approach. And if I am saying from bottom to top, it is a downcasting. Means it is an operation that creates a subclass reference from a base class reference, from a base class reference, and it is nothing but from superclass to subclass, that is from employee to manager if I am going, that is a downcasting. So with an example we will see. Again, there is something content I have given. With an example, we will see. I have here also shown you. Let's say we have a class shape and a class circle called a class circle. Shape is a parent and class is its child. Shape is a parent and class is a its child. Yes, circle is its child. And below are some codes we will work on how that object reference can implicitly be converted to a base class reference. We are going to see. Okay, so just we will create one thing, that is nothing but I will save this, save programs, a new project I will take. This taking a lot of time. Wait. Let it be the name of casting. Check example with the shape, method, and wait a minute. The concept of polymorphism itself is a casting type. So we are taking that into consideration. And simply when I'm saying here, two of the classes we are going to derive with it, one of the square and one of the circle. So method what I will go for, I will take a shape with the class name, which will be the derived class. So consider here public, and class name I am giving shape, as already I have told. Here some methods may be protected. integer y. Okay, now what I will do, method I have called over here for this shape public. So this method I have called. Okay, so one class called and one method is called over there. And again, one of the another method inside that with the same class name, public shape. The parameters I have passed in x comma y. Okay, what I will give here, m equals to will give you x is already it is given. The same name has been given, n equals to y. Fine. So in the main method, I have given a class with the shape name I have called. Now what I will go, we need to draw something. We need to draw some shape. So we'll consider a circle. For example of upcasting, I'm consider a circle with a name which is derived from shape, which is derived from shape. So we'll take into consideration public class circle as a class name which is derived from shape. So this is actually the flow what I have want to consider. Now one method, just public circle I have taken one method which is I have called already, and inside that I am not calling anything. Inside that I am not calling anything. Again one method I have called in the circle, that is the class which is derived from the shape. So with the new parameters I am calling it with the same name. With the same name I am calling with some different parameters. Int, yes, int x comma int y, same, but I am explaining as a base, which will be base x comma y. So now here what I have defined, just I have provided one thing, that is it is parameterized with something and it is given a reference of the base. It is given the reference of the base. Now what I will go for, I will write an override method for it. Public override void draw. That object will create or call. No, it is not considering. So itself I think I need to call. Here I need to call method has remained from my side. Okay. So write 9. This is I have given as a string I have passed. Yeah, the error has been removed. Okay, the error has been removed from this. Just I will mention the index because I have passed some values, that is yum. The index value need to be defined. If you are not going to give, it is showing me error because I am defining each and every part. Okay, now this is actually for the circle. Now for circle in this main method, or what you can say in the draw method, what you will write? I will write console dot right line in bracket double quote मध्ये draw circle at what is the index 0, index 1, and last I need to provide m comma n because the methods which are defined over in the shape are is equal to your in circle. Okay, now what I in the main method will go for, what we have to create in the main method, need to create the objects of all whatever the classes you have created, need to define over there, otherwise no execution. If you want to go to the execution, it will not show use anything. We'll check whether it is showing me anything. It is building something, but it is not showing because it is saying execution done. But what will be the output you want to see? What will be your consideration for that? The shape you have given, the circle shape you have given, you have derived that, but it is not showing me any inputs. So in the main method, we need to create the object and provide the inputs over there. So what I will go for, what will be my contents, that is shape is my one method. Will make a keyword sh equals to new because I need to create an object first. Yes, shape. Okay, fine. Now provide some values. Let it be 100 comma, you can say 200, and I will ask it to draw sh dot, yes, draw, it is present over there. Simple. Now you have to execute because for circle you have not given anything. Is it given? No. So the shape content I have, or shaped object already I have created. Now for the circle I need to go specifically because circle is derived one from the shape. So circle, yes, CL, I will say equals to new, again circle. For that circle, pass any values 50, comma 10, will say, and need to define CL dot draw. Yes, it is showing me that method because already I have given with some written value. With some written value, I have given it. Okay. So let's see. Again, one thing remain, that is console dot read key. In order to stuck my output screen, it will stuck my output screen. Yes, drawing the circle shape at 120, draw the circle at 50 and 10. If I am considering it, yes, feature edit and continue already. Okay, some error is counted over here. So it is showing directly the statements, but it is not have taken into consideration about the values. So what it is, the polymorphism has not happened over here. Polymorphism has not happened over here. So what we have to get consideration, we have to consider the shape with new index values, as we have provided 0 and 1 as a new index value. We have not considered, we have not created any array for that type shape, and simply we are providing just created. I have not overridden and I have not given any specific result to it. I have not given any specific result to it. So that will expose you, with some basic answer. This is nothing but your upcasting. This is nothing but your upcasting. Yes. Now what is downcasting? How the downcasting will go for? So it is from bottom to top. It is from bottom to top. Whenever I am saying that, this is nothing but we are going for some conditions. So bottom to top, if I am going, there will be some changes. There will be some changes. What the changes will be? So with another example, we will consider, this is for your upcasting. Example for your upcasting is, I have derived one classes, I have given the statement, and I have just provided a object and call that object values. Call that object values from the initial one. From the initial one. Okay. So we'll save it and we'll go for a new project with a name downcasting. With a name downcasting. Okay. So here we had seen the shape upcasting. Now we'll go for the downcasting. So downcasting means same example of a shape, but we are going to assign it as a text, and at the compile time it is its shape, but it is a shape, but at the runtime it will be text. With an example we will see. Just wait a minute. Just wait. Example. Oh, let it be. We will continue with the downcasting later on. We'll take the example. I am not receiving an example with the downcasting. So not showing me. Then already it is a somewhat long, lengthy program. Okay, fine. In the next class, I will again show you the same program statement, how that downcasting is happening. So we'll continue this part with this with the example. So later on, we will go for the next part, and in the next session, I will continue with the downcasting, that example. Whenever I will receive that, yeah, I have taken, but why it is not showing me? I don't know. Question I don't getting memorized. This is the now by which name I have kept, I am not able to take. Okay, fine. With example, I will just close it with condition. Later on, we will consider for that example again. Is and as keyword. In typecasting, we are using is and as keyword in order to for the conversion purpose. And simply as a keyword, when I'm saying conversion from one type to another, it can be reference or nullable. So as keyword checks the compatibility of one object with another object type. Again, in case of compatible, it will return the value of a new object type otherwise, and null will be returned. If the conversion from one type to another type fails, then it will return a value that is null value instead of raising an exception. Okay, so the return value can be null also. It can be null also. So we cannot perform the conversion of value type, that is int, double, char, bool, and user defined data types, whatever they have. The return type should be references or nullable, since the return value can be null as well. As we know, value types cannot contain null value. Okay, so it is defined as expression as a data type. Expression as data type. This type of syntax we are using for as keyword, and for is keyword. What is is keyword? It checks whether the conversion from one object type to another object type is compatible or not. It returns true if the conversion is compatible, else it will returns false. Yes, it returns true if the conversion is compatible, and else it returns false. The syntax for it is the Boolean result equals to object type to is object type from. So this is the syntax we are going to use. Yes, for the as keyword, the syntax is expression as keyword and data type. Expression as keyword and data type. And for is, it is Boolean result equal to object type 2, and we are converting it or convertible from one type to another to from that object type to from. This is the actual. This is keyword is used in between them. Okay, so let's see with an example of is and as keyword. Is and as keyword. Define the new check will new project. In that itself, I will go for as keyword. Is keyword. I will write the project name. Just wait. What I will do, I will take here class public class P. Okay, class public class derived from P. I will not mention anything. Simply again public class P2, which is just a derived one. I have not derived anything content from there. Just I have called one class. This is my main class. In the main class, what I will write? P. So instance create करायचा. Instance of the same. Creating instance for P1. P1 O2U. That I have called. Okay, for P2 will take 3 equals to new P2. Okay. This I think there is no need. Still, if it is needed, we will make it a comment of platform. Okay. So in the console dot write line, what I am typing is the O1, that is the O1 I have taken is of P. Is of P. Is it so? O1, what is the object? It is of P1. This is of P. So I have just mentioned over here. Now what I will go for, I will write again console dot write line and will say O1 is object. O1 is object. Okay. So it is accepting it because it is an object. I'm saying it is an object. So just define some conditions like this. What is the console dot write line in bracket? O2 is the object of P1. O2 is object of P1. Yes, it is present over here. O2 is P1. It is showing me. Is it? And simply again I am writing console dot write line. Here I am saying that O2 is object. Again, it is an object. Just I have defined. So it will check whether it is saying me correctly or not. Whether it is saying me with a proper answer or not. It will returning the true value or not. So all these conditions we need to define. All these conditions we need to define, and that is nothing but your values which are definable. Values which are definable. So we'll consider for it. We'll check whether it is showing me the actual answers or not. With the using of keyword, with the use of keyword is. Define. So you are saying that I have not provided anything. How it will going to show me whether it is true or whether it is false. So we'll check whether it is showing me something or not. Yes, it is showing me the true values because yes, O1 is the object of P. It is a class word keyword of P. Then it is also an object. Yes, it supports the object class because it is the object of P. Then P1 साठी आपण जे O2 घेतलं होतं, O2 साठी त्यांनी सांगितलं की it is correct. It is showing me the value true for it. This is the use of keyword is. This is the use of keyword is. I have not taken into double quote. I have not taken this content in double quote. That's why it is showing me the boolean value. That's why it is showing me the boolean value. You can see here object type 2 is object type from. Is keyword will show me, yes, the true or false values. That is, Boolean result is going to be shown by the is keyword. Boolean value is going to be shown by the is keyword. Now, what is actually with the, we already seen what is as keyword. As is showing some more content, means whether if the values will be a reference or nullable. That should be reference or nullable. So we'll consider here. Are you getting my point? What is the is keyword is doing? It is showing me the true or false values. With the help of is keyword, what I have defined, it is showing me true or false condition, whether it is present. Okay, suppose I will take here P4. I will take P4. It is directly showing me that it is could not be found. It is could not be found. It is not present over here. So you can't use it. You can't use it. If it is not present over here, then why you are defining it? If it is not present over here, why you are defining it? Okay, so this is the use of keyword is. Now we'll go for as keyword. For as keyword, I will just make it close. Okay, what is the as keyword is? It is saying that it is providing the reference or you have to create something. So in that, what I will do, the project name, okay, fine. I will create here one class, class with name X and Y. Okay, with class X and Y, I will go for it. Okay, now in the main method, I will directly access the content with something that is a, let it be object array will considered over here equals to new object having the values of, or the size you can say, means I am creating and initializing an array over here because I need to pass some values, that's why. Okay, for as object as given, so here I will take 0 equals to new X. Okay, here let it be for y, I will take 1 equals to new set take. Okay, fine. Sorry, X and Y take. Okay. What I will go for index 2, which value should be referred given, that is new. I will put it as a hello. Okay, now next for index 3, because 5 is the size given, so need to provide something. We'll give some values over there. Okay, now for last index, that is 4, will initialize as a null. We'll give it as a null value. Okay, now we will provide one concept like for loop, you all knows. For an as keyword we are using for it, so you will better know for loop काय, की for loop मध्ये आपण condition pass करतो. कंडिशन पास करतो म्हणजे कसं एंड small q equals to 0, q less than equals to, let it be 0 dot length I will consider over here, and will pass increment for that length. Will pass increment for that length, that is nothing but the q plus plus. Q plus plus. Okay. Now inside that I am using an operator. Which operator? As operator. Yes, because it is the keyword we have to use over here. So what is actually the as operator will go for? It will consider the string. Let it be st. For str we will consider equals to of q will act as a string. I'm saying it as a string. Okay. Now for the next, if that value is controllable, or you can say whether it is showing me the actual value or not, for that purpose what I will go for, I will just make some simple condition plus sign str1 str I have given plus what I am going to concatenate, I am just providing some space over there with string. String if I am providing, I need to provide with some space. Now that condition should be checked. Yes, because that condition should be checked whether it is defining that conditions or not. If str not equals to none, if str not equals to null, then print. What need to print? Console dot write line in bracket, write something, that is I am providing something. This is the string is present over there. String is present over there. Okay. And if it is not present, it is not present. We have to mention it. After else, if we are presenting over here like that, else console dot write line. Here I am passing the string. String is not present. Is the string absent? I'm saying. Okay. Yeah. Now what I have given here abstract. Here as string is used because the data type and expression I have taken. This is your expression as keyword, or you can say operator, and your data type. Yes, we had used over here while checking whether these values are present or not. These values are present or not, because whenever I am saying these values are present, then they are going to show me something. Yes, they are going to show me something. So let's see whether it is just wait, I will again write something. Console dot read key check the answer, it is showing me. Yes. Next. Hello means is the string absent? No, string is present. The 5 times it has executed itself. So what remains from the side is, I think here I have not taken consideration. Here need to present something. I will do. Here I will write 0. Will provide the index. That will be easy and you will be able to understand what is going on. Okay, we'll provide the index. For which index it is providing me the values. So it will be fine for you also. Okay. Check again. Execute. Yes, for 0, string is absent. For 1, the string is absent because what I have provided for 0, I have not provided anything. Then for 1, I have not provided anything. Now the string is present. Yeah. Yes, string is present for 2th index. For 2th index, it is present. Now, 3rd, that is nothing but it is a number. It is not a string. Yes, it is not a string. Now, for last, it is a null value. It is null value. So, it is executing completely. It is coming back. Okay, it is not a string, or the string is statement will is it a string. Is it the string will say it. Means it will for 0 it is not string. For this it's also not string. For 2 it is a string. So I will print the content over here, and simply when I'm saying that this is present over here, then it is showing me the value hello, but the other values are not present. So we will check whether here if I'm giving some values, that is sway, whether it is taking or not, we'll check. Yes, 0 not string, 1 is also not string, hello, 2 is string, 3 is string, and last one is not a string. Then it is directly coming out. Directly coming out. If I am putting this also in the quote, if I am putting the value into the quote, yes, in quote, if I am providing it, then it is also showing it as a string. It is also showing it as a string. Are you getting my point? So this is the actual use of a as operator, or you can say as a keyword. As keywords are high user. You can take the expression data as expression as a data type. This is the syntax for your as keyword. And for is, it is for is, it is boolean result. It is going to show true or false. Object type to is object type from. So this is only the syntax for your is and as keyword. Is and as keyword. Now we will go for boxing and unboxing. What is actually the concept is boxing and unboxing in C hash. What is boxing and unboxing? So boxing is nothing but converting a value type to a reference type is called boxing, and converting a reference type to a value type, it is called unboxing. So it is a vice versa process. It is a vice versa, means it allows the developer to convert .NET data types from value type to reference type, and vice versa. So we called it as a boxing and unboxing. So we will see with an example what is actual boxing and unboxing. We'll save it, save all. We'll move with a new project. We'll name it as a boxing. So I have created a project with the name boxing. So we'll take method. I will directly take the consideration, that is in num. Num value I am putting it as a 20. Okay. Now providing an object like this. Object equals to obj equals to num. Yes, what I have done, value to data type I am putting, value to data type I am converting. Only I am changing the conditions, and I am providing num as num equals to, I am providing 100. Num equals to what I have provided? I have provided a num value as an 100. Okay. What I have done, int num equals to 20 I have given. Object one have taken, because this is also one of the data type. Now this is also one of the what we can say the variable. I have created obj and processed the value num, and instead of that I have taken then value of num to be changed. So I have taken num जो 20 होता त्याला 100 करून टाकले, but it is not showing me error because we are doing the boxing side, that is we are converting something. Now what I will do, I will write console dot write line. Yeah, now here what I want to check, value type of num is, yes, it is given as in index. I am showing because only one value, so that value will be, I am saying that it is changed. And lastly what I will go for, again console dot write line, it is showing me object type value is, yes, the index will be same and it will be obj. So firstly what we will receive, right, console dot read key, console dot read key for structuring the values. So first value will be get initiated with the current value, it is initialized to it, and later on it will goes for your what we can say previous value. So this is nothing but I am changing their values, I am converting the value type to the reference type. This is boxing. So first of all it will show me the value of num which is changed to 100, and then the value of obj, then obj will consider the value of num which is previously 20. Okay, let's see what is showing me. Yes, it is showing me what, the value of type num, that is the num whatever I have given or whatever I have taken is showing me the 100 value. This is the current value it is showing me, but the object value what it is showing me, it is showing me the value of your num which is previous one, that is 20. So this is called boxing. So how I will convert, I have converted the num value to the 100, and that 20 is converted to 100, and again that whatever the reference I have provided, it is showing me the previous value, it is showing me the previous value. So this is the boxing type. Now we'll go for the unboxing. We'll go for the unboxing. Just wait, we'll save, I will close this, and we'll go with a new project name, unboxing. What is unboxing then? Just only the reverse of your boxing. Just only the reverse of your boxing. Same int num. If I'm taking 23, yeah. Now object I am creating, obj I have taken equals to num. Yes, similarly. But now what I have done, I have taken int I next variable or new variable, and in that I have casted it. I have casted something. That is nothing but I have casted. What I have casted? I have casted something. So that casting is nothing but integer value, that variable I have defined with something, that is boxing I have done over here. What it is? It is showing me a boxing done. I have done here boxing. But this concept, which one? This is the unboxing. This is the unboxing. Int I equals to int of integer of object. That object value should be get represented over there. So similarly, console dot write line equals to we'll check value of object obj object is index काय त्याचं काहीच नाही कारण 0 द्यायला काय हरकत नाही किंवा तुम्ही देऊ शकता no problem plus I'm giving obj. Okay, so this is nothing but taking value of I is that integer value I is, I don't know. So tell me what is the value of I. I'm taking that value. Yeah. So it will show me where I have done unboxing and where I have done unboxing. तो बॉक्सिंग मध्ये आपण काय केलं डायरेक्टली नमला दुसरी व्हॅल्यू दिली तो पहिली व्हॅल्यू घेत होता नंतर दुसरी व्हॅल्यू घेत होता. So again one thing is remain, that is console dot read key start. Okay, fine. How the unboxing is done? I have just provided another variable with the same data type and created that reference to this. I have created a reference to this because what is unboxing is converting reference type to the value type. What I have done, I have created one reference and provided the value data type. What the value data type? It is assembling me. What it is showing me? It is showing me that these values I have taken or changed. These values I have taken or changed. So this is only the unboxing concept over in C hash. Okay, fine. So this is all about boxing and unboxing. Now the next point here, why main part, that is a need for exception. Why it is needed? Why we have exception concept in OOPS? So exception handling in C hash is a process to handle the runtime error, and for that purpose we perform some exception handling concepts. That is the normal flow of an application can be maintained and can be even after runtime error we can run that program. In C hash, the exception is an event or an object which is thrown at runtime. Already you had seen that exception not found or no bound. So like that only we are having some exceptions over here. So we have some exception hierarchy which is followed in C hash. So all the exceptions are derived from the system itself. System means the using system we are going to derive. So that same concepts we are going to see. So first of all, we will see what is the actual exception hierarchy over here in C hash. So I think it is visible very clearly to all of you. Yes, is it visible? So the exception hierarchies are exception with some consideration of system exception and application exception. So system exceptions are nothing but they are generally defined in the system itself. So which are defined in the system itself? Index out of range exception, null reference exception, invalid cast exception, out of memory exception, or argument exception. So argument again have defined two in the two different parts, that is argument null exception, argument out of range exception. Just for your reference, it is asked, you have to keep in mind, you have to just remind, if again arithmetic exception you all knows, if I am going to divide by 0, then it is showing me arithmetic exception, that is that divide by 0 is not possible in our system, or it will not show any answer to you. So that will be considered as arithmetic. So all these are nothing but your system exception. So we are not going to see all these exception, but some of them we are going to consider over here for our example, for our understanding purpose. Okay. So what are exceptions we are having? So these are some are system exception and some are application exception. So mostly the system exceptions are raised and we used to catch it through our try and block catch. Yes, try and catch. या keywords through आपण काय करतो, handle करतो हे exception. So before that, how the exception arise, we will see. Why there is a need of exception, because we perform some exception handling programs also, because if there are some runtime error, we need to get handle it clearly, very carefully, because runtime errors are nothing but they are maintained even after your program, even after your program's execution, it is kept. So for that purpose, we need the exceptions are there, and we have to handle it. Yes, we have to handle it. So some one of the example we will see which type of exception it is arising and why it is arising. So instead of taking the exception for arithmetic, that is divide by 0, it is very common, you already know. So we'll go with some new one, that is we'll take one thing. Just wait a minute, I will just close it. Exception arise. I will take the name as exception arise. Is one of the project name I have taken. So we will take one exception program. So these, okay, first of all, we need to go with some handling. By whenever these are going to be arise, we have to consider for handling it. So exception in the application must be handled to prevent the crashing of the program and unexpected result or log exceptions and continue with their functionality. So in order to do that, we have provided with some exception using try, catch, and finally block. Try, catch, and finally block. With this use, with this type, or you can say with the type of exceptions we are having, with this conditions, or you can say the built-in support in order to handle this exception, we are using this syntax of try, catch, and finally block. So in our program also we are going to use this, and we'll see what is try first, then catch, and then finally, and then we'll go for a program. Okay, so try comes first, where we are going to if I'm going to put the code where that may raise the exception, then in the catch I will make it handle that exception. I need to create that objects of that particular conditions, and finally it will be the clean up your code. It will clean up your code. So this is all about your try, catch, and finally block. So generally in theoretical concept, if I am saying what is a try, it is nothing but any suspected code that may rise exception should be put inside the try block. And during the execution, if an execution occurs, the flow of the control jumps to the first matching catch block. So after the execution of the try block, it will directly execute, or it will directly jump, or the control will jump to their first block, that will be your catch block. So what the catch block will do, catch block is an exception handler. Yes, where you can perform some actions as logging and auditing that exception. So catch block takes a parameter of an exception and type using which you can get the details of an exception for this. And lastly, the finally block, we already sometime we used to provide, but many of the times we not used. If there is any need, we used to go for it. Yes, the final block is always to be executed whether an exception raised or not. It is depend. So usually a final block should be used to release the resources. That is nothing but suppose there is example that close any string or a file object that were open in a try or block. So that time I'm using that try, catch, and finally block. try, catch, and finally block. Okay. So there are again some system exceptions we are going to see right now. In the next session, we will go for the custom, or you can say the user defined exceptions also. Custom or user defined exceptions. Okay. So already I have created. So it is an exception arise by the system. I think we need to give by system. I will write. Okay. So that will be fine. So in the main method directly, okay, first of all I will here I will create one call class division. I will create a class that is division. In that result I will put, in that I will put the result. Okay, and simply in division method I have told them pass their result as okay. Public void what I will go for, it will provide me some exceptions, so I will go with the try. What the try will ask me, or it will ask me to put some code over here. Which code you want to run? Which code you want to run? So num num1 divided by num2. That I will give, which will that it is the condition for it. I will specify with some conditions that are nothing but I write catch. So divide by 0 exception. It should be given as divide by 0. I am creating an object for it, and simply I will provide the console statement for it, that is condition exception hot and it is not up to this. We need to go for finally block if you want to make what we can say the console application to be run. So finally it is saying me you have to write console dot write line result equals to having
Eu gosto. Mais me isto nada.
wait console dot write line define. Problem with it. Now this is actually in the main conditions we had gone through. Now what we will go for, this is the final block. I know in the class, okay fine, no problem. In the main method just I will define division d equals to ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करायचं, ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करतोय आपण लास्टली आणि फक्त d डॉट डिव्हिजन ती मेथड कॉल केली आहे मी. So considered one number is 25 and the other number is 0. So we'll see whether it is going to give me the answer or not. Result equals to 0 is the division. Show error. Nine, it's all. हाँ, 15. Showing some error. Considered. It is not showing anything. What happened? Is that correct? Any method remain from my side? Still thinking. It's protection level. Why? Code is void. No problem. Method I will call directly. Division. Let's see. So it is showing me that exception is caught, that is divide by 0. Attempt to divide by 0 is an exception. It is not possible and your result will be 0. So this is actually your exception I am handling. Result is shown, but the exception whatever arised is been handled by try, catch and finally block. But the finally what it do, finally block will execute the actual code of what it is present over there. Is it okay? Is it fine? Yes. So this is all the exception we had defined over here. Now in the next part or in the next session, we will go for the custom, or you can say user defined exceptions. How the user can define the exceptions in C hash or C program, C hash programming. Okay. So up to this, any problem? Yes. In chat, you can put anybody having problem. Yes. Is it okay? We will stop here. We'll stop here. Those are present can give your attendance over here in the chat box. Fast. And simultaneously with the zip file, I will provide you the programs. The whatever programs we had done, you can go through it for your understanding purpose. Okay. So in the next session, the second and third chapters programs as well as your PPT will be defined or given to you. Okay. So yes, anybody remains to give the, what you can say, attendance in the chat box. So fast, I'm going to end the session. After that, you can leave. No issue. You can leave the session. Okay, fine. Thank you. We will meet tomorrow if it is possible, or later on the Monday.